Hi, folks. This is Darla with Dare Tell. Here we are here in Maine in the woods. You can hear the birds. It's, I wouldn't say the most gorgeous, beautiful day ever because it was raining earlier and it's a little chilly. I have my jacket on and it's May, but it's a nice day to share a truth. So, if you have a story that you'd like to share, a truth, I'm not looking for fiction here. I'm looking for a story that is about one of your experiences, whether it's paranormal, UFO, UAP, cryptid, which is okay. That was creepy because I definitely heard something behind me, and you probably did too. And now I gotta tell this story. And I'm still gonna tell it, and now it looks like it's getting ready to rain. So I'm gonna get right to it. If you have a story to submit, it's mecalgal@gmail.com. MECALGAL at gmail.com. And again, I'm not looking for anything that's fictional. I'm looking for truths. And so with that being said, I'm a little bit not quite shook up, but it did catch me a little bit off guard hearing that back there. I still hear it. My dogs are in the house. So anyway, I'm going to get to this story. If you would put something in the comments, I'd appreciate it. That what it does is it triggers an algorithm for YouTube, and YouTube will share more with more people, which in turn gets the word out. Then I get the stories, then I can share again, and so we go round and round and round. So please, if you like something about this, hit the like button or make a comment. I'm going to get right to this. Okay. I was in my early 20s in approximately 1984, and I was traveling alone from North Carolina, where I was stationed in the USMC, that's the United States Marine Corps, to Ohio by myself before GPS and before our common cell phones. Although my trusted Rand McNally map was very clear, I somehow found myself lost somewhere in West Virginia. The strange thing is, I knew I was lost, yet I was mesmerized by the beauty of the landscape in a dreamlike autopilot state of mind. Despite my need to get from point A to point B in a timely manner, I couldn't control my desire to drive off course. As this tremendous mountain beckoned me, around and up this mountain I traveled, climbing and climbing. As a young female traveling alone, I should have been more concerned and cautious with the fact that it was turning dark. I should have been more concerned knowing full well I was lost. I should have been more concerned about my fuel level or concerned about my young adult minimal financial budget. I should have stopped and turned around. I couldn't ask for directions because I do not recall any other vehicles, nor did I see any other people or homes. Yet for whatever reason, completely out of character for me, I hadn't given any of these facts a second thought. None of this worried me. I just kept driving higher and higher up some mountain when suddenly I hit a vast brightness. Or did it hit me? The next morning, I awakened to the sounds of numerous chirps and whistles. I can hear those now. And I clearly remember thinking, I feel like I'm in a Disney movie. There were so many birds singing and other wildlife noises. The only thing missing were the blue cartoon ribbons. They're all around me right now. Here I was, alone in my old beat-up root beer brown Chevrolet truck, doors locked, fully dressed, perfect body temperature, without so much as a jacket. I was at the very top of some mountain, and it was breathtaking. However, I was so confused. I had no idea what time I had arrived up there or even arriving, let alone falling asleep. And when I allegedly woke up, I was already sitting up in my truck behind the wheel. key still in the ignition, confused, as I was so very wide awake. There was not a lot of space on that hilltop, just barely enough to turn my truck around, and I have zero idea if it was private property. I do not recall parking. I certainly had no idea where I was. Driving back down the mountain didn't seem to take much time, certainly nowhere near what I thought it should have, and I found I wasn't lost at all. I was back on track and arrived in Ohio in a perfectly timely manner, and it just didn't make any sense. I wish so bad I could remember more. I just cannot. I genuinely believe I was in a time warp, and I can only imagine what else. By sharing this personal experience, I hope it allows others to recognize patterns, probabilities, likenesses, locations. Like any puzzle, after a few pieces, it slowly comes together. What do you think happened to me? So if you have an idea of what happened to this author, please add it to your comments. And if you saw or heard anything behind me a few minutes ago, you can add that too. I do hope somebody out there hears this story and enjoys it. I know I did. And if you would, send me your story, your truth to mecalgal@gmail.com. Until next time, folks.